As a Namibian living in South Africa, I often get asked about xenophobia. People always want to know, like, have I ever experienced xenophobia? Is it bad? Like, what is the tea on that situation? And I never really want to answer these questions because I just never know what to say. I think it's such a nuanced conversation that is so much bigger than me and my experiences that I never really want to dive into it because I just feel like it's a topic that really enrages people. It gets people really emotional, really passionate, and I understand why it would. Like, people, South Africans love their country and they want to defend their country, and I think that they definitely do have a right to do that. On whether or not I experience xenophobia, I don't think that it's even possible. I am Namibian, and Namibia and South Africa, we have like very good relations with each other. I have never heard of South Africans ever having an issue with Namibians. I think it also has to do with the fact that there isn't really a very big Namibian population in South Africa, so it's very difficult for South Africans to say like, oh, this is a stereotypical Namibian or Namibians behave in this way, because we just don't group together and have any particular defining quality that they can pick up on. A lot of the times, I think we actually just blend into the rest of the country. We look South African, I would say. Like, a lot of people always think I am South African. On top of that, I try to stay out of trouble. I do know that I am a foreigner in someone else's country, so like, I'm not really gonna cause problems. And also on top of the fact that I'm here temporarily for school and then eventually I am gonna leave, I think that that helps me have better relations with South Africa. I have seen a lot of like the arguments around people from other nationalities. There have been times when I have spoken a little bit about like our relations as countries in Africa and Southern Africa here on TikTok. And so I have seen a lot of comments from South Africans who would be like, oh no, we like Namibians, but it's these people we don't like. It's these people we don't like. It's these people we don't like. And I think that it took me really moving here and becoming like more ingrained in South Africa for me to really understand that like, a lot of people say that South Africans have like a thing against other Africans, or they're Afrophobic, or they're anti-Black. And I don't think that that's the case. I think that there is just a lot of miscommunication with a lot of people. And it would be very dishonest of me as somebody who's from a country that doesn't have like a large influx of foreigners. Like, our relationship in Namibia with foreigners is so different than it is in South Africa. Like, we don't have a lot of people flooding into our country from everywhere else. It would be hypocritical of me to tell South Africans that they need to have the same attitude that Namibians have. Like, that would just be unfair and also just not my business, honestly. Like, South Africans can do whatever the hell they want, right? As somebody that does have a humanitarian disposition, of course, I do feel differently about the illegal immigration issue, not just in South Africa, but like globally. I think that the way that it's currently being tackled needs to change. I think we need to find a way to vilify immigrants a lot less. Like, I don't think anybody leaves their home country because they want to. A lot of people leave because they have to, and they don't always have a choice. I would love to preach like the spirit of Ubuntu and say that we should all just get along and let's just all hold hands and let's just be friends. But like I said, it is so much more nuanced. And so when people do ask me, like, do you experience xenophobia? I'm like, I literally do not. South Africa is like my second home. I feel like a South African. I live in Cape Town. I'm honestly a Cape Townian. My parents brought me here when I was 13, and then I've come back a few times for like vacations or school stuff. Now I'm here for school. Even when I move back to Namibia eventually, I will be visiting South Africa a lot. I love this place so much. South Africans, I understand why they are fighting so hard to keep this to themselves, because it is really nice. It's just unfortunate that we found ourselves in this position because it's always impoverished people that are going to suffer more. And if you are not someone who is experiencing like shortages of governmental services, it's very difficult for you to speak on the experiences of people that are. I don't know what the possible solution is. I don't even know if that's something that I would ever be able to conceive or if it's even my business, but that's my 2 cents.